friends, welcome back to Social Emotional Storytime. This month our topic is all about shyness. So sometimes we might feel a little bit shy when we're around people. Maybe we don't want to raise our hand in class because we're not sure if we know the right answer, or we have a hard time asking a friend if we can sit with them at lunch or something like that. So sometimes we feel a little bit shy, so we're going to be talking about that today. But first we're going to talk about our mindfulness exercise, which is a nature walk. So as it gets warmer outside, you might be taking walks, and while you're taking your walk, you can kind of pay attention to your senses. So what can you see, what can you hear, what can you smell, and what can you feel? So the first part, you're gonna see what you can see. You can look at the trees, the colorful flowers. It's springtime, so there should be lots of flowers out there, the butterflies and the bright green grass, and then anything else you can see. Kind of just take all that in, and then listen to the birds whistling and the bees buzzing, and you'll probably hear some lawnmowers mowing. For smell, you can smell the spring flowers blooming. You can smell the freshly cut grass if somebody's cut their grass. You might even smell, if somebody's washing their car, you smell the soap. And the fresh air. There's a smell of the fresh air that is, it's really relaxing. And then feel. You might feel a breeze. You might feel the sun beating down. If it's a warm day, you might feel the temperature. Maybe it's a chilly spring day. Maybe it's a warm spring day. Maybe it's really hot. So think about what else you can feel. Maybe you pick up a flower and you can feel it. Think about what that feels like. So really being mindful and paying attention to what's out there in nature on your walk. And then what else can you sense? So these are just some ideas to get you thinking about things to look for and to listen for. And so you can take this with you on your walk, or maybe you want to just pay attention to your walk and just kind of keep these things in the back of your mind. Or maybe you want to make your own list of things to look at, or you want to write down what you see and what you feel. So, like I said, we'll be talking about shyness. So our book is called Shy. I'm kind of shy, so I wonder if any of you are kind of shy sometimes. Shy was happiest between the pages of a book. He liked to read about once upon a time and in a land far away by the edge of the sea, and stories like that. Shy's favorite books were about birds. Birds the color of jewels, birds who flew faster than the wind, birds who could chirp 1,000 melodies. But Shy had never actually heard a bird. None of his books could sing. You should go on a nature walk. Then one day, a real bird trilled by. She was singing a real song. It was beautiful. Shy was enchanted. He longed to meet her. But Shy didn't know how to talk to a bird. What if he stuttered? What if he blushed? What if? Do you ever think about that sometimes when you get nervous? Think, well, what if I mess up when I'm presenting in class? Or what if I say something silly when I ask my friend if I can sit with them at lunch? Then, just like that, the bird was gone. Shy wanted to follow, but he'd never been to a land far away. Still, he hated to lose her. So for the first time ever, Shy left home. Shy's getting out of his comfort zone. He made his way over acres and acres. Shy felt like he was walking through one of his books, though it was all far more wondrous than it ever looked in pictures. So he's really experiencing these things. It's almost like he is on a nature walk. Along his way, Shy saw remarkable creatures, and he suddenly heard, could it be? A whole chorus of birds. Was one of them his bird? Shy listened very closely. It was the bird. She sparkled just like the sun and the sea. Shy had never imagined the world so grand. Perhaps one day he would try to see more. With the bird, Shy thought he could go anywhere. But of course, he would have to speak to her first. Shy took a deep breath. His heart thumped. He looked up. But he could no longer find her. The bird was gone. Broken-hearted, Shy went home. He stayed awake until morning looking at his books. He had been to a land far away. He had seen real birds, birds colored like jewels, birds faster than wind. Shy imagined his books could almost sing. Treep, treep, treep. The singing was real, but it flew right by and drifted away. No, Shy could not bear to lose her again. Tweep, tweep, tweep. And just like that, the bird was back. And just like that, Shy whispered, "I'm Shy." The bird blushed. "I'm Florence." And then she fluttered to Shy's book. So Shy read to her. Once upon a time, in a land far away, by the edge of the sea, there was a bird. "More," said Florence. So Shy was a giraffe the whole time, but we didn't know because he was hiding. Shy smiled. There was a bird named Florence who found a friend called Shy. Tweep, tweep, truly. So in this book, Shy was hiding himself because he was nervous about making friends with this bird. He didn't really know what to say. But when he said, "I'm Shy," then the bird said who he was. He said, "I'm Florence." So, or she, I'm not sure, said that their name, introduced herself, and talked about things that they liked. Shy talked about the books he liked, and so they got along and they became friends. So that's what we're going to be talking about today for our shyness challenges. So sometimes it's really hard for us, if you're super shy or if you're just feeling shy, to kind of step out of our comfort zone like Shy in the book did. And so here's a couple of ideas that if you're feeling really brave and you want to make a new friend, or you want to step out of your comfort zone and kind of not be shy for a minute, here's a couple ideas. So maybe you want to smile at someone you don't know at school. Maybe normally you walk through the hallway and you don't look at anybody and you don't make eye contact because you're nervous about it. Well, maybe you decide one day you want to look up and look at who's passing you in the hallway, and you want to smile at them. Maybe it's a teacher, maybe it's a friend, and then that will make them feel good too. And if they don't smile back, well, then you can try again with a new friend. You can try raising your hand in class. This is something I have trouble with. Sometimes I don't like to raise my hand in class because I think, well, what if I'm wrong? What if my answer's wrong? Or what if I say something silly and everyone makes fun of me? Or I just really don't like the idea of being the only one talking in the room full of people. But sometimes I know the answer, or I think I know the answer and I want to give it a try, or I just have something that I think is valuable to say. And I raise my hand and I wait to be called on, and then I bravely say what I need to say, and then I find out it all turns out fine. Ask a new friend to sit with you at lunch or play with you at recess. That one's pretty tricky. It might be really hard to find a new friend and be brave and ask them if you can play with them or if they want to play with you. And but I think that you'll find that when you do ask your friends if you can play with them or if they want to play with you or sit with you at lunch, you might make a new friend. And then now you have a new friend to hang out with. You can ask your teacher for help if you have a question. Maybe you feel kind of shy about asking your teacher for help because you're not sure, you don't want them to think you don't know the answer, or you're afraid that you're just afraid to approach your teacher. So you can think everything will be okay. My teacher is here to help me. They want me to succeed, and so they want me to ask questions if I have questions, and so you can ask them for help when you have questions, and they'll be there to help you. Tell a joke you think is funny to a friend. So maybe you think something's super funny, but you're afraid that someone else won't think it's funny. Try it out on a new friend, or try it out on a friend you already have and see what they think. And then if they don't think it's funny, it's okay because you think it's funny. And you're allowed to think things are funny that other people might not think are funny. So that's another way to kind of be brave and overcome some shyness. And then lastly, you can give someone a compliment. A lot of times people really like to interact with other people. And so if you're shy, but you think that someone's has a really nice shirt on, and you tell them that, then they'll be super happy. They'll be like, thank you, I appreciate that. And and then maybe you can make a new friend. So people really like to receive compliments, and they like to interact with new friends. And so sometimes overcoming shyness has its benefits, and you can make lots of new friends, and you can feel good about yourself that you were brave and you did something that you wouldn't normally do. So thank you for coming to our social emotional story time this month, and we'll see you next time.